As you journey through life, remember that miracles aren't just grand, life-altering events. Sometimes a miracle is simply a quiet harbor in a raging sea of problems, a sudden clarity in a moment of confusion, a deep, undeniable knowing that everything will be all right. Miracles are subtle yet powerful signs of support, inconspicuous yet palpable manifestations of the universe's care, proof that you are not alone. They gently remind you of constant guidance, protection, and love, even when the path ahead seems invisible. In moments of despair, depression, or uncertainty, remember that miracles are already on their way. Believe that everything happens for the best, even if the big picture is not yet visible. Know that your desires, dreams, and hopes are heard and will begin to come to life at the most appropriate moment. What you seek is already approaching and will arrive when the time is right. Life is full of opportunities, and the universe is always ready to give you the necessary miracles to move forward. Therefore, as you live each day, keep faith in approaching miracles, cultivate patience, trust the process, and be open to all the blessings that are directed towards you. Be grateful for the small miracles. They multiply, leading to big ones. Even in uncertainty, there is a force greater than your own, harmonizing all aspects of your life. Keep an open heart and a positive attitude. Miracles are ready to surprise you in wonderful and unexpected ways. Life is an amazing journey, full of unexpected twists and turns. Sometimes we are overwhelmed by a storm of difficulties, and it seems that there is no hope. But it is in such moments that true miracles manifest themselves. They are not always grandiose and obvious. A miracle can be a quiet haven after a storm, a sudden insight that dispels the fog of doubt, or a deep inner conviction that everything will be all right. These miracles are subtle, yet powerful signals of support, gentle touches of care, inconspicuous yet palpable signs that you are not alone on your path. They remind you of the unseen guidance, protection, and love that surrounds you even in the darkest hours. In moments of despair, when it seems that everything is collapsing, remember, miracles are already heading your way. Believe that everything happens for the best, even if you don't see the full picture now. Your desires, dreams, and hopes are heard, and they will begin to come to life at the most appropriate moment. What you are looking for is already approaching and will definitely come when the time is right. The world is full of opportunities, and higher powers are always ready to provide you with the necessary help. Therefore, as you live each day, keep faith in approaching miracles, develop patience, trust the process, and be open to all the blessings that are directed towards you. Appreciate even the smallest miracles. They have a tendency to multiply, leading to big and significant events. Even in the most uncertain situations, there is a force at work that surpasses your understanding, harmonizing all aspects of your life. Keep an open heart and a positive attitude. Miracles are ready to amaze you with their beauty and unexpectedness. You are constantly under observation and support. Every step, every drop of your love, every difficulty you overcome is noticed and appreciated. Higher powers know your heart and are preparing you a generous reward for all your efforts. Miracles are already on their way, and soon you will see them with your own eyes. Keep believing, and you will not be disappointed. You have been through a lot: trials, tears, moments of deep doubt that are about to turn into something beautiful. Are you ready to accept the coming gifts of fate? We tend to perceive the world as a series of separate events, connected only by a simple cause and effect relationship. But in reality, each of our actions is a thread in a grandiose pattern where we are all inextricably linked. Everything we give to the world is like a seed that sprouts, nourishes us, and returns 100-fold, often in unexpected but always desired ways. One of the main laws of the universe is the law of reciprocity. You reap what you sow. This applies not only to the material, but to all areas of life. Love, kindness, energy, our intentions. Everything is interconnected, and it's incredibly powerful. Sometimes we give without receiving anything in return. Perhaps you have shown kindness to an ungrateful person, shared love, time, energy, but your efforts went unnoticed. You may have doubted the expediency of your actions. Does the universe notice your kindness? The answer is absolutely yes. Every, even the most insignificant act of kindness creates waves that sooner or later return to you, sometimes in an unexpected form, sometimes with much greater value than you initially invested. Think for a moment about love. How many times have you loved selflessly, only to encounter unrequited feelings? This can certainly lead to disappointment. But true love does not imply reciprocity as a prerequisite. Its essence is selfless giving. And the universe, noticing the depth of your love, will certainly reward you. Perhaps not from the same person, but from a completely unexpected source. The key is to believe. Sincere generosity of spirit will bring you what you need, whether it's love, understanding, or recognition. The same goes for kindness. We don't always see an immediate result from a kind word or deed, but kindness, like a boomerang, comes back, even if we feel the world is unfair. Constantly showing kindness creates an atmosphere around us where kindness becomes the norm. It's not instant payback, but over time your life will be filled with people who will respond in kind. It's all about faith and trust. By showing kindness, you receive a response from the world, often exceeding expectations. And another important aspect is the energy you radiate. Have you noticed how, when you enter a room, you instantly feel the mood of those around you, their energy? Positive or negative, it instantly affects your well-being. Others perceive your energy in the same way. By living with positivity, compassion, and peace, you'll find that life seems to reflect that energy. The law of attraction, as it's known, states that like attracts like. And by sending out positive energy, we create space for positive events in our lives. The key to true abundance is not only positive energy, but also boundless trust. Believing in the return of what is given creates harmony with the cosmic order, freeing you from obsessive control over the results. The universe, like a faithful assistant, begins to act in your best interests when you let go of resistance and accept faith in a favorable outcome of your actions. Generosity that comes from a pure heart is a message to the universe about your inner wealth. Giving opens the doors to abundance, not as a transaction, but as a natural consequence of your belief in the cosmic flow. It's not an exchange of favors, but an expression of your inner generosity and love. It's important to understand that giving can come back in unexpected forms. The kindness you show may not come back from the same person or in the same way, but the universe will find a way to reward you at the right moment, perhaps with a new friendship, a lucky break, or desired peace of mind. Cosmic forces are always attentive, working in subtle, not always visible ways. But believing in the recognition of your good deeds opens up incredible opportunities for you. As you go through life, remember, every good deed, every expression of love, every positive thought, all of this is carefully registered by the universe. And be sure that it will come back to you 100-fold, often in the most unexpected and wonderful forms. You just need to believe and be open to these gifts of fate. The ways of the universe are inexhaustible, and it always strives to reward generosity, multiplying it many times over. Trust this process and watch as blessings pour into your life. There are times when it seems like we are going through a never-ending storm, seeing no light. In such moments, doubts about our own abilities overwhelm us. Why does life present so many obstacles? Why the more effort we put in, the harder it becomes? Why do we have to endure pain and suffering? Despair easily takes hold when it seems like we are constantly struggling with adversity. But what if we told you that behind every struggle lies a deeper meaning, a reason that should lead you to growth, wisdom, and ultimately to peace? The truth is that life's difficulties are inevitable. No one is immune to trials, regardless of outward prosperity. Life is a series of ups and downs, and it is in the moments of downs that we get an invaluable chance to learn and grow. Every difficulty, although it is not always obvious, has its purpose. It's the universe's way of guiding us towards a better future, towards a better version of ourselves. In life, it's important to understand that overcoming difficulties is a powerful engine for personal growth. In a calm, measured life, without particular obstacles, we remain in our familiar comfort zone, feeling no need to change or develop. However, encountering difficulties that go beyond the ordinary is a push for development. Struggle forces us to overcome our own limitations, master new skills, temper our will, and gain inner strength. Without difficulties, we would never unlock our full potential, never truly know ourselves. In comfortable conditions, it is easy to feel confident, but it is adversity that shows our true strength and resilience. By overcoming obstacles, we discover qualities within ourselves, such as patience, determination, and courage, that we may not have even suspected existed. These qualities shape us, making us stronger and better prepared for future challenges. Another important role of difficulties is gaining a deeper understanding of our purpose. When everything goes smoothly, we rarely think about the meaning of our path. We are satisfied with the current state of affairs, and we do not seek a deeper meaning. But facing difficulties forces one to rethink life, to ask oneself fundamental questions. What is truly important? What contribution do I want to make to the world? What is my mission? These difficulties become a catalyst for self-analysis and self-discovery, prompting us to reflect on our own values, goals, and desires. The discomfort, inevitable in difficult times, often becomes a catalyst for the search for meaning and clarity. It is through overcoming difficulties that we find new passions, achieve harmony with our true purpose, and find a more authentic and fulfilling meaning in life. Paradoxically, struggle often becomes a path to humility and acceptance. Endless attempts to control all aspects of life, resisting the natural flow of events, lead to exhaustion and disappointment. Wisdom lies in the ability to let go, to trust in a higher plan, even if it is hidden from us for now. Struggle teaches us that we don't always have to resist difficulties. Sometimes it's more appropriate to submit to them, allowing them to guide us. This is not passivity or a refusal to act, but a recognition that some things are beyond our control, and strength lies in trusting the process. By freeing ourselves from the desire for comprehensive control, we open ourselves to the lessons and opportunities necessary for our growth. Another important goal of struggle is the development of resilience. Life presents difficult challenges, but each overcome difficulty tempers us, makes us stronger. We learn to get up after falls, remain calm in unstable periods, and face adversity with dignity and strength. Resilience is the result of repeated overcoming of difficulties, and the more resilient we become, the better prepared we are for life's challenges. This inner strength becomes an invaluable resource, helping not only in difficult situations, but in all areas of life. In addition, struggle promotes the development of empathy and connection. In difficult moments, we tend to isolate ourselves, but having overcome them, we gain an understanding of other people's experiences. The difficulties we have experienced allow us to establish a deeper connection with others, offering support and sympathy to those who face similar challenges. It is through our own pain that we become more sensitive to the suffering of others, which is an important component of human existence. Life is full of difficulties, and it is they, often, that become our main teachers. They teach us the impermanence of all things, showing that both joys and adversities are temporary phenomena. Overcoming obstacles, we discover hidden reserves of our own strength. We understand that we are capable of more than we thought. Even in the darkest moments, we are not alone in our struggle. Each difficulty carries a hidden meaning, the purpose of which is to bring us closer to the best version of ourselves. Therefore, when faced with another challenge, do not focus on the pain, but think, what can I learn? Believe in the higher meaning of what is happening, in the fact that this experience is leading you to self-improvement. Accept difficulties as an opportunity for growth, learning, and strengthening the spirit. Remember that it is these trials that will ultimately lead you to the life of your dreams. Openness to acceptance is a transformative act of self-love and spiritual development. This means accepting all the good things that life offers, being open to love, kindness, opportunities, and luck that are already coming to you. We often focus on giving back, sharing love, support, and energy with others, forgetting that for a full life it is necessary to learn to accept as well. Acceptance is not passivity, but an act that requires vulnerability, trust, and an open heart. By opening up to acceptance, you recognize your worthiness of the love and abundance that the universe has prepared for you. Many of us were raised with the belief that acceptance is selfishness, that we are unworthy of good. We were taught that we must constantly give without accepting anything in return, as if our value is determined only by the ability to serve others. But this is a limiting belief. In fact, acceptance is an integral part of the cycle of giving. By receiving, we fill ourselves with energy, allowing us to give even more. The path to accepting blessings begins with overcoming the fear of one's own inadequacy. Our self-worth does not depend on our actions. It is our inalienable right as people. Every person, regardless of past experiences and mistakes, deserves happiness, love, and abundance. And you are no exception. Realizing one's own value is an incredibly powerful step. Believing in yourself, you change your worldview, opening the way to happiness. The next stage is developing trust in yourself and in life, in higher powers. Often we are afraid to accept blessings because of the fear of failure or inability to cope with them. Unworthiness or doubts prevent us from fully accepting the gifts of fate. But faith is the key to abundance. Believe that the universe has a plan, and everything you need is already coming to you. Believe in your own strengths, in the ability to overcome any difficulties and accept all the deserved blessings. Openness to receiving also implies vulnerability. It is often mistaken for weakness, but it is our strength. Vulnerability opens doors to connection, love, and new experiences. It means allowing others to support you with love, friendship, and help. Accept assistance when you need it, and allow others to share their goodness. Remember, asking for and accepting help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Acceptance is, in essence, harmony with the natural flow of life. The universe generously bestows opportunities, gifts of fate, and support, But to receive these blessings, you must be open to them. Closed-mindedness and resistance to offered options create a barrier to abundance. By opening your heart and mind, you begin to attract everything you need. This is not passively waiting for a miracle, but being ready to perceive opportunities that, as if by magic, begin to appear more frequently. The universe works in mysterious ways, and synchronizing with its rhythm simplifies life. Gratitude plays a significant role, serving as a powerful tool that amplifies the energy of receiving. Appreciate what you already have, and you will make room for new blessings. Gratitude shifts the focus from lack to abundance, allowing you to see the richness around you. Even small joys open doors to great achievements. It is an energetic vibration that attracts new reasons for gratitude, so express appreciation for everything, big and small. Another important aspect is relinquishing the desire to control everything. Many, fixated on a desired scenario, miss wonderful opportunities. By freeing yourself from rigid expectations, you open yourself to unexpected gifts of fate, trusting the higher order of things, understanding that even difficulties are steps to growth, is the key to acceptance. To accept all the good that life offers, you must begin with self-compassion. Many of us are too critical of ourselves, considering ourselves unworthy of happiness and well-being. However, it is precisely compassion for oneself that helps overcome these self-limiting beliefs. Try to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you show to others. Understand that you are worthy of love, joy, and success. Self-compassion allows you to accept the gifts of fate without guilt or shame. It is important to remember that receiving is not only material wealth, but also love, peace, support, joy, and other non-material values that make life richer and more meaningful. By opening your heart to receiving, you can experience the fullness of life in all its beauty. You invite abundance, love, and joy into your life, understanding that the more you receive, the more you can give. So take a deep breath and allow yourself to accept all that is good. Believe in this process, believe in your worth, and know that the universe favors you. Open your heart, and your life will be transformed. You deserve all the best. Your belief is the key to the life you desire, the foundation of everything, a powerful force that shapes your reality, determines your actions, and influences your results. Our beliefs are not just thoughts, but a kind of filter for perceiving the world, an inner voice that defines the boundaries of what is possible. Belief has the power to fundamentally change life, influencing all its aspects, from personal relationships to career, health, and overall well-being. Belief is not a static conviction, but a powerful engine that pushes us to action, determines our actions, and turns dreams into reality. Without belief, we are like a ship without a compass, wandering in uncertainty. However, with belief, we confidently sail the ocean of life, having a clear goal and direction. The key to understanding the power of belief is the realizations that our beliefs are not always objective truth. We often act on the assumption that our views are infallible, but this is not always the case. Our beliefs are the result of experience, cultural influence, and the suggestions of others, and do not always reflect our own deep truth. It is important to remember that beliefs are not immutable dogmas. They can be adjusted, changed, and transformed. This understanding is liberating because you are not a hostage of the past. You are able to rethink your beliefs and change your life. Belief significantly influences our thinking. A positive, growth-oriented worldview helps to see challenges as an incentive for growth, while negative, limiting beliefs turn obstacles into insurmountable barriers. Belief in one's own strength and ability to achieve goals motivates action, while the conviction of the impossibility of success or one's own inadequacy, on the contrary, paralyzes the will and leads to self-sabotage. Thus, our thinking, determined by our beliefs, directly influences success and self-realization. Your belief system dramatically affects the realization of desires. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. The thoughts and energy you emit return to you like an echo. Positive belief in abundance, success, and love increases the likelihood of their embodiment in life. Conversely, beliefs in shortcomings, failures, and one's own inadequacy attract corresponding events. This is not simply positive thinking, but a harmonization of beliefs with the desired reality. A sincere belief in one's own worthiness and right to happiness opens the way to easily attain them. Your beliefs determine your attitude towards yourself and others. A conviction in the need to fight for love, or in one's own inability to build healthy relationships, attracts corresponding situations and people. Belief in the boundlessness of love and personal dignity, on the other hand, attracts respect, kindness, and support. Trust in yourself and others creates an atmosphere of openness, which is fundamental for strong relationships. Belief in one's own strength is the key to personal growth and success. Many limit themselves by doubting their ability to achieve goals, considering success the prerogative of the chosen few or themselves not worthy enough. However, self-belief is often the only barrier between you and your dream. It unlocks potential and stimulates action to achieve goals, developing resilience, perseverance, and self-respect, allowing you to confidently overcome obstacles. Belief in oneself is not about perfection or omniscience, but about trust in the inner strengths needed to solve any problem. The transformative power of changing beliefs requires conscious action and self-analysis. To change your life, you must first recognize limiting beliefs, those internal attitudes that prevent you from moving forward, instilling impossibility, inadequacy, or unworthiness of success. Once these beliefs are recognized, the process of replacing them with new, inspiring ones begins. This is not ignoring difficulties, but focusing on potential and opportunities, on what you are capable of doing. A key step is to question outdated beliefs. Ask yourself, is this really your belief, or is it the result of external influence? Abandon thoughts of your own inability or unworthiness, and begin to form new beliefs that promote growth and development. Surround yourself with a positive environment, people, books, experiences that reinforce these new attitudes. Affirmations and visualizations will help create a mental image of the desired life, focusing on the accompanying emotions. Constant reinforcement of new beliefs will root them in the subconscious. Faith is the key to fulfilling dreams. It shapes reality, directs actions, and determines outcomes. Belief in one's own potential opens the way to the desired life. It is important to understand that faith is not an immutable constant. It can be adjusted and transformed. Changing beliefs is the path to changing life. Believe in yourself, in your abilities, and you will see how the world around you is transformed. In an era dominated by the cult of instant results and speed, patience often remains unnoticed, an underestimated quality. Meanwhile, it is a powerful tool that subtly transforms life and brings deep, qualitative changes. Through patience, we gain the resilience, inner peace, and wisdom necessary to overcome life's difficulties. Looking back, we often realize that the most significant growth and the most important changes came not from a frantic pursuit of a goal, but from a consistent, patient following of life's path. Your patience has become your faithful ally. It has helped you overcome obstacles, accept challenges, without losing faith in a favorable outcome. In moments when you wanted to give up, it was the ability to remain patient that served as a reliable anchor, preventing you from drowning in despair. This patience is not passive waiting, but an active, conscious force. It is a decision to stay in the present moment, trust the process, and believe that everything necessary comes in its own time. Patience creates space for clear understanding of the situation. In a fast-paced world, it is easy to succumb to the hustle and bustle and lose sight of what is really important. We are often consumed by the desire to achieve everything at once, but patience teaches us to slow down, pause, and get a full picture of what is happening. A patient attitude towards yourself and the process allows you to see more clearly the necessary steps and learn from experience. It is in such moments of patience that we find inner guidance and intuition, helping us make decisions that align with our true goals. Endurance is not just a character trait, but a fundamental pillar of stability. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, periods of failure and delays that can throw you off track. It is at such moments that patience becomes not just a strength, but a source of incredible endurance. By exercising patience, we learn the art of overcoming difficulties, understanding the temporality of problems, and viewing each obstacle as a stepping stone to growth. Patience helps to survive life's storms, maintaining self-esteem and determination. It reminds us that any difficulties are part of a larger plan, and we are able to cope with them. Moreover, patience is trust in time. We often strive to control everything, but life flows at its own pace. Sometimes events unfold in a specific sequence so that we can extract the most from lessons and experiences. Patience teaches us to believe in favorable circumstances and that opportunities will arise at the right moment. Even if the reasons for what is happening are unclear, patience instills faith in a favorable outcome. Another important aspect is developing self-compassion. In a culture of speed and productivity, it's easy to be too hard on yourself when something doesn't go as planned. Disappointment and discouragement can arise with slow progress, but patience helps you treat yourself with more kindness. It reminds you that growth takes time, and failure is not synonymous with inadequacy. Patience allows you to accept your shortcomings and appreciate every, even the smallest, step forward. Patience with yourself is a manifestation of the same kindness and understanding that we give to friends. In waiting, in the ability not to rush, lies a deep source of gratitude. When we don't chase instant results, but allow life to take its course, we begin to appreciate the process itself, the journey, not just the finish line. Small victories, gradual progress, every lesson learned, all of this takes on special significance. Patience helps you enjoy the process of growth itself, without striving for immediate triumph. This is how we learn to appreciate the present, everything we have, and who we are becoming. Moreover, patience is the foundation of strong relationships. In any important connection, with a partner, family, friends, or colleagues, it is indispensable. Patience allows you to truly listen, understand, and support those around you, without rushing to conclusions and without expecting instant reciprocation. Any relationship requires time, trust, and willingness to develop naturally. A patient attitude creates space for deep connection and mutual understanding, allowing others to be themselves and fostering the flourishing of love and trust. And finally, patience is strength, the key to perseverance. Even when it seems that progress is invisible or non-existent, Patience is often the key to success. Triumph does not always come quickly. It requires persistence, even if the results are not immediately visible. The ability to move towards a goal, no matter what, the belief that efforts will lead to a significant result, that is the essence of patience. It is a quiet confidence that perseverance will, sooner or later, bear fruit, despite obstacles and uncertainty. Long-awaited patience has finally rewarded you with grace in accepting change. Changes are inevitable, but often cause discomfort and resistance. However, by exercising patience, we gain the ability to adapt and develop in ways unexpected for us. Instead of resisting what is happening, we can trust the process, believing that everything is part of our growth. Patience helps to overcome changes and uncertainty with calmness, understanding that everything happens as intended. Your patience has become a hidden but powerful support, helping you to stand firm, grow, believe in yourself, and persevere. It has given you resilience in the face of difficulties, clarity for making informed decisions, and elegance in accepting your life path. Each act of patience has brought you closer to your destiny, and as you continue on your path, remember, patience is not just a character trait, but a source of strength, tirelessly leading to your highest purpose. In a world full of difficulties and uncertainty, it's easy to lose sight of the miracles happening around you. But miracles are real, and they are always on your path, even if you don't see them. Life is constantly working for your benefit, and even in difficult situations, the higher powers you believe in are working behind the scenes, creating events, opportunities, and favorable circumstances that you don't even suspect. The path to miracles begins with believing in their existence. A miracle is not necessarily a cosmic event, but perhaps just a change of perspective on a situation or a sudden insight. It could be an unexpected opportunity, unexpected help, or joyful news that radically changes your perception of life. Miracles happen when we are open to them, when we believe in the limitless possibilities of the world. This belief requires trust. Trust that even in unfavorable circumstances, something better is being prepared. You don't need to see the whole path. It is enough to believe in the fulfillment of desires. The universe guides us, albeit not always in obvious ways. Seeming failures or delays often turn out to be redirections to something grand. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, but each step brings you closer to the desired miracle. Patience is a key factor in perceiving and receiving miracles. We are used to instant results, but miracles need time to unfold. Just as a seed needs time to grow, so too do our dreams need time to materialize. By investing faith, patience, and positive energy into your intentions, we will see them bloom. Trust in time. Know that everything is happening perfectly, even if it doesn't fit your plans. Above all, have patience, remembering that a miracle is near, even if it is not yet visible. Achieving the incredible is, first and foremost, about letting go of control. We often strive to manage every aspect of life, planning every step, anticipating every outcome. However, miracles do not submit to our microscopic calculations. They appear when we cease this exhausting attempt to control everything and allow life to run its course. By freeing ourselves from the need to dictate every step, we open the door to magic, allowing the universe to work its wonders. The more trust you have, the fewer attempts to forcibly rush events, the more miracles will naturally enter your life. Gratitude is the most powerful tool for attracting miracles. Focusing on positive moments raises our vibrations, attracting more and more good things into our lives. Gratitude transforms the energy of scarcity into the energy of abundance, fear into love. It helps us notice the miracles already present in our lives, even the most inconspicuous ones. Recognizing and appreciating the blessings we have is a signal to the universe that we are ready for even greater gifts. Finally, for miracles to become a reality, you must be open to receiving them. We are often so focused on giving or achieving that we forget about our own right to receive. Miracles are not only grand events, but also small gifts of fate, an unexpected compliment, a random opportunity, the kindness of a stranger. An open heart and mind create space for miracles. Remember, you deserve all the good that comes to you, and accepting these gifts is confirmation of your own worth. In the journey of life, it is important to remember that miracles are not always grandiose, momentous events. Sometimes a miracle is simply an oasis of calm in the midst of a storm, a sudden clarity in moments of confusion, a deep inner knowing that everything will be all right. Miracles are subtle but powerful signs of support, inconspicuous but tangible manifestations of the universe's care, proof that you are not alone. They remind you of constant guidance, protection, and love, even when the path seems unseen. When you are overcome with feelings of lostness, oppression, or uncertainty, remember that a miracle is near. Believe that everything happens for the best, even if you do not see the whole picture. Know that your desires, dreams, and aspirations are heard and will begin to materialize in your life at the perfect moment. What you seek is already on its way and will come when the time is right. Life abounds with opportunities, and the universe is always ready to provide you with the miracles you need to move forward. Therefore, live with faith in approaching miracles, cultivate patience, trust the process, and be open to all blessings. Appreciate the small miracles. They multiply, leading to bigger ones. Remember, even in uncertainty, there is a power greater than you at work, creating perfect harmony. Keep your heart open and your thoughts positive, because miracles are ready to amaze you with their beauty and unexpectedness.